intervene. Allow me to intervene because what Mr. Kapil, यहाँ Congress party में what the left hand is doing is not known to the right hand, and what the right hand is doing is not known to the left hand, and this is not stated by me. It has been stated by Acharya Pramod Krishnam. He's a Congress person, advisor to Priyanka Gandhi Vadra ji, and just about 30 minutes ago on my show Sawal Publica on Times Now Navbharat, this is what he said, and he's an advisor to Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, and my question to him and his answer, please listen.
जहां तक सवाल है पंजाब के नेताओं के बयानबाजी का, तो कांग्रेस पार्टी में हमारी जो पंजाब की सरकार है वो भगवान की कृपा से उसमें ऐसे नेता हैं जो आज कोई कुछ कहता, कल कुछ कहता, वो सब बेलगाम हो चुके हैं। तो इस पर मैं ज्यादा कुछ कहने के लिए तैयार नहीं हूं। अभी कांग्रेस पार्टी का
क्या बात है, आपने इतना सच बोला, मैं बिल्कुल आपका आपकी कायल हो चुकी हूं कि आप कह रहे हैं कि आपके पंजाब के नेता बेलगाम हो चुके हैं। नलिन कोहली जी, इससे बड़ा प्रमाण
तो
आपको
उनकी बयानबाजी से हम खुद दुखी हैं।
नहीं, आप खुद
पूरे देश की कांग्रेस दुखी है।
So Anand Ranganathan, आचार्य जी says कि हमारे पंजाब के नेता बेलगाम हो चुके हैं और इनके बयानबाजी से कांग्रेस खुद दुखी है। इनके कंट्रोल में कुछ है ही नहीं, चन्नी जी भी नहीं।
No, good evening, Navika. Good evening to all my fellow panelists. I've been waiting very patiently without interrupting for the last 20 minutes. So may I please request of a couple of minutes for my esteemed panelists. My good friend Kapil Madan, Navika, last time he and I were together on a panel, and I buttressed logically my arguments with a couple of historical incidents. Kapil accused me of whataboutery. And if you carefully look at what he spoke for 3 minutes, it was nothing else but whataboutery. And it was false equivalence. But let me come back to the thrust of this debate, Navika, because we are missing out. We are missing the woods for the trees, because this, yes, that this was a shocking breach of security and protocols is not beyond doubt. What has to be established now, Navika, is whether it was collusion or, as you say, plain incompetence. 3 issues here, Navika, and let me delve with them very briefly one by one. Number one, you and others have established that the SPG had briefed the state administration and police multiple times, starting from Jan 1 onwards, about the possibility of a road blockade because of protest, about an alternate route, even about bad weather and the chances of it infringing on security arrangements. Number 2, you have shown how this information was freely and shockingly shared by the state police with the protesters. 3, you have shown ASL was conducted by the SPG almost 5 days ago. Now these are facts. They cannot be disputed. So I ask, why haven't the heads rolled yet? Navika, I'll be honest. I dare say the entire nation has had it till here. With all this Kadi Nanda, Kathor Ninda, one can't help but hark back to all that awful day this very month last year, Republic Day, when the state allowed anarchists to run riot and hold the capital to ransom. Both cases were later on withdrawn. Free legal representation provided for the rest, even compensation. Enough of this master stroke, 5D chess, hashtag outrage. Take action. Fix accountability for this massive security lapse. Number 2, a narrative was being built over weeks, Navika, to make the PM feel guilty of his security cover. Starting with that, all that hullabaloo over the 12 crore armored Maybach. Even though, as the government letter clarified, and you proved, it was all under routine protocol. You want the PM to travel in a second-hand Maruti? And remember what happened to Chandrababu Naidu's India-made armored car in 2003? Question is, why was this narrative being peddled by the Congress? And the person amplifying it, sadly, is sitting on the panel tonight. Finally, Navika, just 30 seconds. Point number 3. For all those, including Sidhu, calling this a Jumla and that Modi is scared, let me remind them that this is the same Modi who continued to deliver his speech even when bombs were exploding all around him in Patna in 2013. This is the same Modi who, at the height of Kashmir insurgency and Intifada, went all the way barefoot to Lal Chowk without a bulletproof jacket and unfurled the tricolor. So think beyond you make a fool of yourself. Respect the post of the Prime Minister at least. Kuch to sharam karo.
And I want to get in Mr. SP Vaid. And Mr. SP Vaid, I want to ask you this. I want to ask you because...
I just want to ask you, look, fair enough. You know, you can pull up the center. You can say that they should have not been putting blind faith and hoping that the police in Punjab would be doing its job assiduously. But the fact of the matter is that the route was not sanitized. It's the basic thing, and no central agency can do that. I mean, you don't have police in every precinct of your own. Number one. The route is then divulged. It takes time for any number of protesters to suddenly land up in a particular spot. We don't even know if these were protesters or if they were some other activists. Siddharth Poonawalla said they are paid mercenaries. We don't know. We don't know any of this. And if they were, and you see the pictures of that bonhomie, then I don't know if the truth will ever come out, Dr. Ranganathan.
No, absolutely. Apologies for the audio disturbance. Rahul, as I was saying, heads must roll. Because the security of a prime minister, especially one who represents 1.4 billion, has to be sacrosanct. It has to be devoid of all political interference or ideological interference. And it has to be bipartisan at all times. This nation, as General Bakshi just said, has paid too heavy a price with the assassination of 2 prime ministers through security lapses. And one would have thought we would have learned some lessons from it, to not mock or lampoon security breaches. Sadly, that's not the case. Congress leaders and their minions are on an overdrive tonight, ridiculing the nation's concern at this serious lapse. Perhaps they have been provided with a new toolkit, heaven knows. Remember the incident when the same Congress created so much hue and cry about a spot of green laser light that fell on Rajiv Gandhi's chest at a presser 2 years ago, Rahul, which they claimed was from a sniper gun. Turned out it was a flashlight from the camera of a Congress party photographer. But these same guys claimed it was an attempt to assassinate their great leader. Modi and Shah were implicated. The well at the parliament was rushed at. The streets were poured on. Op-eds were written on bench for Modi. And today, a lapse occurs that jeopardizes life and limb of a sitting prime minister. And these same guys have the temerity to ask, Modi ji, how's the Josh? That's disgusting. Rahul, 2 issues important here. Away from all this.
Okay, again, Dr. Ranganathan, we've lost you. We've again lost you there when you were bringing up. We just gone completely silent.
Absolutely. I'm sorry again for the audio disturbance. I hope you can hear me now, Rahul.
Yes, I can.
I'm very thankful that Mr. Deepak, your caller, has made that very important point, because like it or not, the mind does hark back to that awful day of Republic Day, January 26th of last year, when the state essentially allowed these anarchists to run riot.
Yeah.
And hold the capital to ransom. And what happened after that? Most of them were let off, and those who were still under, incarceration, free legal counsel was provided to them. We are paying today for that generosity. A lesson not given, Rahul, is a lesson not learned.
Very important point. Lesson not given is a lesson not learned. Abhishek Sudhir, today you might be valorizing a section of those who strung up a man, beheaded him, cut his hand off, and strung him up from a police barricade. I mean, if that is what you condone.
No, I don't.
The civil occupation of land that belongs to other people, obstruction, all sorts of other methodologies that were utilized, then, sir, good luck to you. The country will go to the dogs. Raghavan, Mr. Raghavan calling us. Dr. Ranganathan, you want to come in?
To rebut very politely, Mr. Ashutosh ji, by a fact, Rahul, as you know, over the past 2 weeks, a narrative is being driven to make the Prime Minister and the government guilty for his security cover. You yourself mentioned it, about the cost of the armored and bulletproof Maybach, how expensive it is, without them knowing the facts. That it was a routine protocol. Before that, a dozen BMWs, and some of them have been replaced by, and it has nothing to do with the Prime Minister. So the fact is, they are driving this narrative that Modi should feel guilty about all these things. Why is he being protected so much and all that? And today this happens. And then you see all this jousting and all this mocking and terrible lampooning and calling it nautanki. I'm sorry, these are reprehensible remarks, and anyone, and I'm happy that Abhishek has condemned some of these remarks. It should be condemned universally. You don't mess with the Prime Minister's security, because ultimately, please remember, it is not about the Prime Minister, whether he's BJP or Congress or anyone. It is about the security personnel, their pride in protecting. And I don't want to get very filmy on it,
But there was a wonderful film, In the Line of Fire, where Clint Eastwood was one of the protectees of the of the president. It has got nothing to do with the Prime Minister. It's got everything to do with the person, his job, his reputation of protecting the Prime Minister. So when you're mocking, you're not mocking the Prime Minister. You're mocking that army personnel or that security personnel.